Hey guys, welcome to another one of my videos. I'm Ryan, and today I would like to show you one of my runs in Umamusume Pretty Derby. Now, I have been a huge Umamusume fan since the game's launch around a year ago. I have been playing it, I think, around a month since its release. I've started playing it, and I have been brutally enjoying it. I love the game. I love the gameplay loop. I love the girls. I love the stories, and it's just a blast for me. So I have wanted to do some content on Umamusume for a while now, but I have been struggling with figuring out what to do because you have many more and much more talented people than me doing videos already. They dish out Yuji Umas like it's nobody business, right, with Trackblazer. And I have been thinking, and I've had an idea. With all the videos floating around of absolute godlike runs of people with whale decks, or even not whale decks, even people who manage to get out like amazing Umas with subpar decks, like only R cards, stuff like that. We've already seen the stuff that's floating around the internet. Nobody, or I have yet to see somebody do a video of your average run-of-the-mill run and how it actually looks like when an average player like me tries to make at least a good compatible Uma. This is exactly what this video is going to be about. I have a recording of me trying to do a Mihono Bourbon or Valentine Mihono Bourbon run, and the result was, of course, very mid, as in many cases in my runs. Although, even though I managed mostly to get an SS, in this case it was an S+, I have yet to do a UG run. I do manage to dish out at least once in like 10 runs Uma that is pretty good and is usable for a CM. So that is what I want to show you. I want to compare my notes with you guys because this video is as much for you as it is for me. And I want to talk to you. I want to see your opinions on the matter. I want to see if my decision making is good. So please, if you like it, leave a comment. Maybe consider subscribing for more content like this because I plan on doing videos for multiple characters like this. And yeah, that's it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good one. Peace. Okay guys, so let's get into it. We are doing a Mihono Bourbon or Valentine Mihono Bourbon run today, and I am very interested to see if we can get anything out of it. Essentially, this is supposed to be a video about me doing a mid run, so let's see if we can manage that. I sure hope we do. Like, 90% of all my runs are, of course, totally mid, as in anybody's case. But no one seems to talk about that too much. So just to look over my build real quickly, we have Seiyun Sky Parent with 9 stars in stamina and I think 8 sparks in medium. Should be something along those lines. Let me just check real quickly. Where is she? Where is she? Yeah, here. Yeah, exactly. And we have my Augury Parent, which is just a stat stick for power because I do not have a good medium/power parent, but it does give me the sparks needed to get mile and long aptitudes to A. So, and without overshadowing the medium sparks from Seiyun Sky. So let's see what we can do with it. I also run 3 wit cards, not that it does me much good, to be honest. In my last runs, I just cannot for the life of me cap wit, even if it kills me, and like, I don't know what to do about that. But other than that, I always borrow El Contrapasa card. And I run my 2 speed cards, so Kita-san and Shinko Windy, because I do not have a good SSR speed card. Anyway, let's get into it without further ado. I am going to restore toughness. There we go. I already did a run earlier today. Before getting this bright idea, and let's do this. Okay. So, out of the gate, I always try to, like, somewhat somewhat like balance out the gains from my stats with the gains from my with the friendship gauges. So like this time around, like this is a no-brainer. Of course, I'm going with stamina because Shinko Windy and Fine Motion are the cards that needed the most in this case, or in my deck. Overall, this is definitely a speed training. I do also need to kind of focus on the wit trainings so I can level it up as much as possible as early as possible, because I needed those juicy wit trainings. Okay, now Ham. Well, I would go for the energy, but I do need the mood, so let's go with the mood. Okay, other than that, right now, yeah, this is going to be just another wit, not wit, speed training, because Fine Motion needs it really, really badly. Come on, girls, give me some juicy ones. Oh, this is a very good power training. Yeah, definitely going with that. Yeah, rest. Always rest. Yeah, but like I would so want to do this stamina training, but I just cannot risk it. 22% is too much. It's too much, and we are on turn 6, and like I know that many people or everybody essentially tells you not to rest. Rest as don't rest if you can't avoid it. Fast pace, yeah, I'm gonna go with fast pace. I do rest because sometimes there is just no way around it, and if I want to get some more trainings done and potentially have a chance of good stats, I don't see how I can skip some rests. Mainly in the early career, of course. Like later in the career, if you get good items, if you get enough items for energy, I'm not saying anything, but in the early rounds, definitely there is no way around resting in my opinion. Okay. Oh yeah, this is definitely with training. Yeah. Agnes is really behind. Also, I don't know about you, but like lately I have been having many problems with getting my cards or my friendship gauges up to speed before the first summer, to be honest. Like when MANT came out, I didn't have that many problems, but right now it's an absolute pain. So yeah, this is going to be, yeah, definitely speed training. And I also try to like always get at least 200 speed, power, and wit before the debut race. I think that is very doable, and I always try to achieve that. And actually, I'm just gonna go for the wit here, since we can afford that. And I am gonna go with Sunny Days because we need 3 greens for the groundwork, and that can be also really tricky to get. Ooh, this is a good training, and I need that fine motion training, but, and that's a big but. That's 13%. I could just do a wit training. Let's risk it. Let's go. We got it. I should rest. I know. There we go. Okay. So mostly I try to go in a way or play in a way that I have full energy by the first or debut race, because it's just needed. But this time around, I'm just gonna hope that there isn't a good training after the first race, so I'm just gonna rest. And I hope I don't get... Oh, Anna. Okay, so not that great of a shop. I'll hope I won't get sleep deprived. Maybe I'll get a good weight training. No, I did not. Okay, well, let's rest. Oh, well rested. Thank you, Bourbon-chan. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we are actually pretty well on track here. And yeah, this is definitely power training, if I ever seen one. Ooh. Yeah, let's go with the, let's go. Actually, one moment. Yeah, let's go with the guts training. And now we are going to have a very painful time at the Niigata Junior Stakes, ladies and gentlemen, because Niigata Junior Stakes is an absolute nightmare for frontrunners. Let's hope we win this. Come on, Bourbon. And we are second. So, and we even got outrun by a fucking NPC. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Come on, Bourbon. Come on. I have to. One more time. Last time. There we go. We got it. We got the Niigata. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm happy with that. Kind of pet peeve of mine, that race. And we oh well, it wasn't a rival race, so there's not that big of a surprise that we didn't get anything from the shop, but still I am happy with the result. So what now? Now I need more shop items, so let's, but there is no rival race again, but I need the money, so come on, let's get that economy pumping. Okay, you see, that's another part of the RNG. You need to have so many puzzle pieces in place to actually have a good run that it's insanely, that the chance to at having an extremely good run are actually extremely small, like really small, because how the hell am I supposed to get good items if there are, or actually extra stats, if there are no rival races? I am actually happy that I at least got these items, because these items are actually really good to have. I already have one empowering megaphone, I have a speed ankle for the summer. That is great news for us. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I'm not using anything, and now we can safely train. And I do need fine motion to get up and running as fast as possible. So I also need Agnes, but I need fine motion more, because we are definitely getting Shinkoi, we are definitely getting Kita up and running before the first summer. That should be doable without a hitch, but other than that, it's still a big question mark. Yeah, I am oh my god, that pretty mirror would be so good to have. Well, let's go Speed Manual, let's go Vita, let's go Miracle Cure, just to be on the safe side. And I am going to buy out the Plain Cupcake, and if I am able, even the Pretty Mirror by the end of the junior year. We'll see if we get some items or not. Yeah, we are going for the Saudi Arabia World Cup, definitely. Clap it. Let's go. Oh my god. And another empowering megaphone. So buying out that with the cupcake. That always helps. And Artemis Stakes, let's go. Our first rival race in a while. And oh, I actually have 21, so I do not need to use that for now. I have 21 energy. That means I'm safe. Let's go. Now we'll see if I have to rest or if I can just use the energy and do a wit training. Nice. Very nice. Okay. I'm taking the hammer. Definitely taking the hammer. Okay, so... Oh, oh my god, Chad. Like, this is so fucking juicy and I just cannot take it. That's what I'm talking about. 63%. How the fuck how do you expect me to take that? Nah. And I'll even probably fail the 22% wit check. So, but on the other hand, like, Agnes needs it more than any of these cards that are here. So there is nothing wrong with going with the wit training over here. So let's go. And we got it. Thank you. And we've got wit to level 2. That's also very positive. Okay. So now we race. We definitely race because we do. I would like that charming status. So okay, that was easy. And now we are going for the G1s, which is going to be painful. I already have 2 megaphones, no worries, we can afford it. And we are going for the practice perfect. Of course, we are getting practice perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, now definitely pretty mirror because this run needed. We definitely need it. Yeah. Nothing to do here but run. Actually, I am going to use a hammer because we still, like, need gold hammers for the finale, so, like, there's nothing wrong with using those. And stats aren't really that good, to be honest, because, like, we don't even have 200 stamina. We do have good power, decent weight, but mid speed for the end of the junior year. I like to have 300 across the board, or like speed, power, and wit. Yeah, guts and stamina, I am completely fine with being just over 200, but speed, power, and wit just need to be over 300. But we still clapped it. Let's go. Just by a head, but still. We got it. Now, by that. Damn, doesn't really matter. Do we have a debuff? No, we don't. And at this point, even though, like, speed seems really good, but we do need those skill points, because the more skills, the better for your Uma in the end. And 30 is nothing to sneeze at, so I am taking 30. And the funny thing is, I don't have any energy, so she cannot take anything away from me. Which is GG's. And I can buy the third megaphone, and I can buy the stamina scroll, which is also great. Okay. And of course, we are going for the hopeful stakes, and we hope that we are able to win the hopeful stakes. And I am probably going to also use the artisan, the second hammer also for this G1, just to have that little small boost of stats for the classic year. And yes, it is a gamble, because I've had runs where I just did not get any hammers whatsoever, not even in the final shop, in the finale. So it is a gamble, but the whole game is a gamble, so. Now I hope I will get some energy items, and maybe even a barbecue. That would be an absolute banger. Okay, let us see our stat block for now. Stamina or power? We are going definitely stamina. Oh, nice. And we even got our first gold hammer, which is also great. Speed ankles, I'm gonna buy those later on, but definitely going for the guts and speed manuals right now. And I am using the energy right away because we do need that. We are 3 races in. Of course, I have raced the last day of the junior year because there are no problems with that. You are not getting any debuffs because of that if you race on the last day of each year. So that should be okay. And at this point, if I had more energy, I would love to go for speed. I would love to go for speed. But actually, I'm just gonna waste it on the witch training to get that little bit more. Because it does make a difference. Also, either 10 stamina or skill points. Actually, I am going to take stamina here. Because I do have issues with capping stamina. Oh, this is so good. Actually, this is so good. We don't have any important... Oh, actually, we do. We have the speed ankles. Although I do have 1 speed ankle. So... shouldn't be that big of a deal if I waste the second one. And I do need to get the girls up and running before the summer. Also, we need to tell them that we like those triple trainings, so they can come back when... Oh my god. So, first question, would you race or would you train right now? Because I would love to train. I would love to train. But... and that's a big but. We do need the money as well. But that is a quadruple training. But it is not that big of a stat difference for me to train. So, at least for me, I think, or for me, it's a no-brainer to race here. Because the girls are sufficiently up and we are going to get some more chances to get them up with the friend gauges before the summer. So, at least that's how I think about it. 30 power. Just like that. 30 power just like that. In comparison to, what, 18 power, which was on the board if I would train. So that is definitely a W. With some stamina to boot. I am completely happy with that. Okay, but we... yeah. Okay, now we can train, actually. Oh my god, that is freaking filthy. You see, if I would look before, I would take the good luck charm. Just to use it on this training and not risk 39%. Am I going to risk 39%? You bet your sweet ass I am. Okay, Bourbon, come on. And we, of course, flopped it. Let's keep going. No worries, we didn't get practice board. We are getting some energy though, so at least that's something. Now I can race, and we have 3 races back to back right now. Because we need to make up for that mistake. I do have a cupcake, I do have a medicine, so we should be good. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's what I like to see. definitely. Okay, so we are getting the good luck charms, we are getting the power scroll, we don't need much else from this one right now. We are getting the reset in the next turn, and we are also getting the sparks, so fingers crossed, and let's go for the spring stakes. Actually, well, the spring stakes do not have, don't even have a rival race, but we are going to get 100 from them. $37 stamina. 37 stamina. That's crazy. Okay, come on. Yeah, that's the worst of the worst inspiration spark scenarios that you can get, of course. So yeah, we are getting stamina scroll, stamina manual. We are getting the reset whistle. I am definitely getting the reset whistle, and I am getting the speed manual. Okay, now this stat spread looks kinda fine, or like I would be much happier if that would be the case at the end of the junior year, but what you gonna do? That's the game. That's why that's just the game. And yeah, let's go. This is going to be difficult, but we got it. The Mile Championship is going to be much worse in my opinion, because I have a terrible relationship with the Mile Championship. Or Mile Cup, actually, sorry. Another megaphone, holy crap. Okay. Race fatigue, sure, no issues. Well, at least we are on track with power, like, that is really, really good with power. Stamina scroll, definitely taking that. I am taking the energy, definitely, and like that, and I am taking the speed ankle, the second speed ankle, because we are going to need speed trainings in the summer, and we are going to need multiple of them. Okay. Now I am going for the speed training, because that will probably get the girls up and over, and I am going to use the good luck charm, and I am going to use the plain cupcake just for the mood right about now. Okay. Kita, we are gonna get Kita. I'm not concerned about Kita. Ah. So we still need fine motion. Okay. Energy speed, mood speed. Energy wouldn't really matter at this point, so we need the mood. That's going to be much more important for us as a buffer. And now the Mile Cup. Bane of my existence, by the way. Absolute bane of my existence. And the stats are not that great, let me tell you. And again with Seeking the Pearl. But thank God we got it. I actually like to have... Oh, that is such a big deal. And this is also really good for us. But this is such a big deal. Okay. Like, the shop goes crazy with the empowering megaphones this run. That does not happen. Yeah. Now we have the Derby. Our next CM. And we have a Ice Shower as the... Okay, we have the Cannon Showdown. Let's go. Nice, we got it. Sorry, Rice. At least you don't need to, at least she doesn't need to beat herself up over it. And another... Okay, another kale juice. That's pretty fire. So what is our bag looking like? Okay, I am getting the stamina, definitely. I am getting the kale juice. That is a godlike item. And I am just gonna ditch the empowering megaphones probably for the next shop. So. Ooh. Ooh. Well, this is a no-brainer. Like, we need the girls to be over 80%. So I am definitely taking the good luck charm. And I am using it on stamina. Thank God they are at least at the same training. Yeah, I can live with Passa and... because power is totally fine, and I can live with one with card not being up to speed. That's not really that big of a deal. And now we can go for the Takarazuka Kinan. Let's go. Takarazuka. Let's go. Okay, so for now the run is going pretty smoothly, I think, but the stats are, of course, as I have predicted, very mid. It's fatigue, of course, I have expected that. Do we have a cupcake? We do not have a cupcake. Okay, but I do need that hammer, I do need those manuals, and I would take the power ankle or the speed ankle, we will see. Oh, this is actually a pretty neat speed training, but we do need to use the kale juice, and we are going to be at just the normal mood, which is pretty bad for us for the summer in general. But what you gonna do? That's the game. Like, at this point, I couldn't do anything else that would make the situation better, because like just resting one turn would be much worse for us. Okay, so I am going to use actually the speed ankles for this one, even though I know that 27 is not much, far from it, but it's still, first of all, it's better than nothing. Second of all, we are getting Sunday over 80%. Now this would be fire if I had great mood. This would be absolute fire. But we don't have that, so... I am going to use another speed ankle. Like, to be totally honest with you, I am probably even going to just rest to have that mood a little bit better. I know that that's heresy. I know it's heresy. But I had a reset whistle. So let's hope we get a go-to training right now. That's 30. That's 20. Okay, we are going for this third speed. And that's why I didn't buy the ankle in the beginning, because I didn't know if I would need another speed or a power ankle. Width is trash, but we're just gonna have to hope that we can make it out, make up for it until the second summer. And we got the, yeah, over the ankle weights. Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead with those. So yeah, I kinda managed to balance it out, if I'm not counting width, to be honest. Okay, and from the shop, we don't really need anything from the shop, but at the same time, the trainings are really trash, even with this empowering megaphone. So I am probably just gonna race. Sometimes it happens that after the summer, I still get one really good training, but not this time around. So let's just race. And we've got the mood upgrade, which is great. Ooh, okay. Gonna definitely going that. Okay, going to that because we need the second one for the next summer, and I am going to yoink the power weight, power ankle, just in case. We can afford that. Don't need to think much about power right now, so let's go do the Saint Line. Medium rival race, always good stuff. But I didn't get anything out of the shop. Like, what the hell is that RNG? Kita has also decided to bless us with her presence. Thank you very much. And ooh, okay. Let me think. Yeah. So let's just start with this. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, so I actually wait a second. Is there a couple? Yeah, but like still, that's just a mood +2 up cupcake, so I would not want to use that just for one mood up. And I am not going to use Royal Kale Juice over here because that would just, or actually I could use that. I could use that, but what could I use? On what training would I use that? Like, the best option for me, like, logically, would be to use it on the power training right now. I would need the mood, though, for... Yeah, you know what? Because our stamina is pretty low, and we have the Kikuka show in front of us, and I am not confident in these stats to be able to win. So we need every little bit that we can get. So even 2% can make a difference due to the mood. So I am just going to rest this time around. Because if I would be to use the kale juice, I don't have a cupcake to make up for it, so we would drop down to good. And I would like to have a little bit better than that, or a little bit better mood than that. So yeah, we don't have any hammers, so... And I am also going to buy Angling Scheming, just to be on the safe side. I don't have any... I actually could go with Moxie, although I don't know how much that would help me. That is a really situational skill. So let's just go with Angling Scheming and hope for the best. Come on, let's go for the triple crown bourbon. Come on. Okay, by 1.5 lengths. And we got beat by NTR. Come on, let's go. Nice. Okay, doable. Now we need at least 550 stamina points for the Spring Tenno, which is going to be a whole other beast. Good stuff. Not great, not terrible. and we are going with plus 10 wit, definitely. This is safely skippable in this case. Like, I mostly run with the Queen Elizabeth Cup, but not this time around. This time I am going to use everything at my disposal, so I am going to use power manual, or I am going to use the speed ankles also. I do need to save the empowering megaphones, even though they kind of spam, but like there is no guarantee that I'm going to get another one before the second summer. So I am just going to use the speed ankle, I am going to use the good luck charm. I am not going to risk it because it is still 17%, which is not really that big. But as you all well know, it actually is really big chance of failing, so just to be on the safe side. Like, in my opinion, because Trackblazer is such a long, crazy scenario, you need to do everything in your power to minimize the risks. So if you can, you probably also should minimize the risks. Yeah, now we are definitely going for the, of course, the mile championship. We need that. So let's go get it. Nice. We even beat out Taiki, which is crazy. Taiki is a very, very strong opponent. For mile races, at least. And, of course, we did not get any items from the shop. Okay. Well. Now, it doesn't really matter too much. I am going to buy the cupcake. I am going to buy the speed ankle. We need those, definitely. And I'm just gonna risk, like, the 60%. Like, it doesn't really matter if I win or lose, because the next turn is going to be the last of December, so we and the Ari Makinen. So even if we have low energy, it doesn't really matter if we lose this time around or not. Because even if you have low energy, we still are not going to have or get any debuffs from the race. And we got it even on 60, and we got L above 80%, which is great. And because getting the energy right now doesn't really matter, and getting the mood also doesn't really matter, because we are still going to get the energy down from Marie McKinnon on 2-0, so I am going to go for the win. Yeah. No crazy trainings to speak of. We don't have even any hammers, so we are going to raw dog it. Let's go. Of course, I would be happy to have a better stat spread right about now, but that's gonna help alleviate my worries a little bit. Oh my god, we are okay, so we got... That was by 6, so that's... And that's another 5, so that's 11, 30, 60, 71 plus wit. We just got 71 plus wit, which is absolute insanity. Yeah, with this, we got 71 plus wit, and with this, we got 78 plus wit. Absolute insanity. Okay, good luck charm, and that's why you won the triple crown. That's why you won the triple crown. That's why you won the mile races. Exactly because of this reason. I am going to buy the good luck charm because that's really a really important item. I am going to race straight away, so I can buy out the guts manual and the speed manual and the plain cupcake in the next turn. 550 bits. Could be better, could be much worse. Was much worse, actually. But I think we are holding on fairly okay this time around. So let's go with this one. We do not have any hammers, no worries. Come on. It is the medium rival race, which is also great. Another hammer. That's absolutely amazing. $15 power, great. So we are going for the hammer, we are going for the gut scroll. I am going for the guts and speed manuals. I am going to buy the plain cupcake later on. We still have 5 turns for that. Maybe I'm even going to buy the empowering megaphone, just in case that I have a absolutely banger training somewhere in between, or I'm just gonna use it by the end of the career, because I like also to stack 60% megaphones for the end turns, like in between the finale races, because sometimes you can get a very good training. By then you should also have your stats leveled up the most as you could through the run, so there also is some potential. Although from through the whole duration of Trackblazer, I have maybe got like 3 or 4 good trainings in the end of the career. Like really, like we're talking triple or double rainbow trainings. Like mostly I just don't get anything. And we still need to hope for that medium S2 prop, which is also a big... Yeah, at this point... Do I have... Yeah, I have this cupcake, but I... Oh, we also have a plain cupcake over here, which I am going to buy definitely. But I am not going to race right now, because that's just the late January. That's the American JCC, and the American JCC isn't even a rival race, which is great. So I just am going to use the Royal Kale juice without the cupcake, because we have a single cupcake or single mood up cupcake in the shop. And what do we need? We need that stamina to go up. We also need the speed to go up, but we have potential for speed. We also need the width to go up. But at this point, I do believe that going... Well, actually, the speed actually gives us the most right now. So let's just go with that. Overall should be the most obvious choice, although I am kind of thinking about the stamina, but I am going to go with speed. And we still got that stamina from the MANT, so that's nice. Okay, now we need to race. Like, I would love for Kyoto Kinan to be a rival race, but it is not a rival race. So we need to go with the G3. Nothing bad, like, from what I understand, and if I notice correctly, G2s and G3s give exactly the same amount of skills, so that's not a big of a deal. And we still can get at least a skill related to, like, pace chasing or front running. Okay, not too bad. Power is pretty good, so we are going for the stamina. Nothing too noteworthy, so... Speed manual with scroll, definitely. I am gonna go for the cupcake, because I am going to use the cupcake. And we don't need the megaphone, to be honest, like, really badly right now. Well, maybe I can buy... Well, Nah, we don't need that. We need the cupcake more. Oh, wait a second. Let me just check the races. So right now I am going to race. I am not going to race the next turn, and then I'm gonna race Osaka High. Okay, so in that case, we can go with the empowering megaphone and the wit scroll, and then we are going to buy the speed manual, the good luck charm, and the cupcake. Yeah, that should be okay. Okay. We don't have a medium race over here. Doesn't matter. Nakayama Kina it is. Okay. Power weight, nice. And this is energy, speed, and stamina. Nice. Okay, and now I am going for the flying cupcake, the good luck charm, and the speed manual. I am gonna bounce on the speed ankles because we do have pretty decent speed. I'm not gonna risk 4 races, not a snowflake's chance in hell. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Yeah. So because the next turn it's the Osaka High, so yeah, let's just go with wit over here. Still not maxed out on Tachyon, but we got wit level 3, which is great. Oh, thank you, Kita-san. This is actually a really good pull. Okay. Okay, this was easy, but now we are getting to the Spring 10-0, and that is going to really test. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you, Bourbon. Thank you, girls. Okay, let's go. We have medium S, ladies and gentlemen. We can do something with this run if we manage to play it smart. So I am gonna go with the gut scroll. I am gonna go with the power scroll and the good luck and one of the good luck charms. We already have 2 good luck charms, so the getting another good luck charm is essentially overkill at this point. Also, getting another microphone isn't as important. I am getting the speed manual. We have some with us for later, so that's actually really good. Okay, now, yeah, we need to train, and we have a goated power. We have goated power right about now, so yeah, we definitely need to rack up that whip. At least by a little bit. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna focus on wit. Thank you, Kita-san, for the 3 hint levels. That is great. Now, crunch time. We don't have a Master Clayad Hammer. Here we have only an Artisan Clayad Hammer, and I am not going to use it on a race where I am not certain that we can win it. So let's go. And Major Bright is a really hard opponent, by the way, so let's go. Let's hope for the best, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Come on, Bourbon-chan. Fourth? Holy shit, we are getting clapped. Okay, we have 2 more tries. Come on, Bourbon. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Second, that's better. Still not great, but by 9 lengths, holy shit. Okay. Come on, Bourbon, please give me this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And we are done. Okay, we have not managed to win the Spring Tenno. Well, that's a big shame, but what you gonna do, that's the game. We are winning everything from this point onwards, though, so we just need to hope for the best case scenario where we get as many good trainings as we possibly can. So we are getting definitely the hammer. I am getting the good luck charm. I am gonna get the energy items later on. Yeah, and I am going to use it right away. Yeah, we don't have anything like really good over here, so let's just race. And the Vodka is also a really difficult opponent, by the way. I hope we don't lose out on the mile races. Yeah. So like, well, this actually showcases really well what your average player has to deal with during the runs. So what you gonna do, right? And like losing a mile race with almost 900 power, 600 wit, and 750 speed, it's actually insanity. So yeah, well, at least we are getting the speed manuals. Okay, at this point, like, we do not have any good training, so we are just gonna rest. We got well rested. Thank you very much, Bourbon. Now, please, at least give me the Yasuda Kinen. Come on. We need the money. Yeah, that's just because Vodka is a really hard opponent in the rival races. And we got some good items to boot. Okay, nice. And we've got some bonus stats, that's good. Well, I need these much more than I need the energy items right about now. I am going to raise, though, if there isn't like goated training right now. Which there is not, so no problem in us racing again. So let's go with the Takarazuka Kinen. And use the hammer. Because we need the money for the next shop reset. Shame though, if we'd won the Tenno show and the Victoria Mile, this run could actually end up being very good, but at least in comparison to my other runs, but what you gonna do? That's the game for you. And this is exactly what I want to showcase. Like, it's not all roses and peaches. Okay, let's hope for some good trainings, at least in the summer. Okay, we got good power training right now. So, and like, for me, like, I know that like many people say that like summer you need to have like 50 base stat plus for a training for it to be considered even good. But for me, even 30 is already okay, because like sometimes you just don't get anything. And using a whistle on a plus 30 training, even though I don't have a whistle, by the way, but like if I were to use a whistle on a plus 30 training, and I have used it in the past, I just didn't get anything. So it's just objectively better to go even with the a little bit smaller ones, like objectively. Hey, and it is still going to give us plus 67 into power. And no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not going to say it. Actually, I really do not have a whistle. Like, what the fuck? I actually thought I bought one. Okay. Oh, what you gonna do? So, now... oh, let's just go with the width, I guess. Yeah, let's just go with width. Width. $36 width, me like. Okay. Okay, and what are we getting for our last summer training? Yeah, we are getting zilch. Oh well. I'm just gonna go for the width training because like it doesn't make sense for me to train anything else right about now. Like I have enough I have enough money, like spare change for the shop reset, so but this is a medium rival race, so I would go for the speed training usually, but I'm just gonna gamble on the races because like at this point nothing else can save this run, and if I cannot get good items from the races and good stat boost from the races on speed, then we are not capping speed. Probably. Yeah, we are also, of course, not capping width at this point, but, like, who cares, right? So, and no items, of course. Oh, well. Yeah, let's just go with the all-comers. Just in case that the shop manages to give us something good. Yeah, but this, actually, this run is not even going to be mid, this is just going to be absolutely subpar. Okay, that was a very good pull with the shop, but a little bit too late. Okay, let's see what we have here. So reset whistle, definitely taking that. I'm definitely taking a speed ankle because we have only one speed ankle and we are going to need some speed ankles for the end. Definitely the power scrolls, definitely the empowering megaphones because we have one, so we are going to have 3 megaphones for the last 3 turns in this run. And next turn, or after 2 turns, after the autumn Tenno show, I am gonna buy out the Royal Kale Juice. Yeah, of course, nothing, no biggie over here. Yeah. Okay, the gauntlet is upon us, my friends. The gauntlet, by gauntlet I mean, of course, like the Tenno show, the Queen Elizabeth Cup, and the Japan Cup. So let's hope for the best. And this is just one of the many ways that your run can go bad. Okay, and fact being, like, that if I'm not even able to max out with 3 wit cards, 3 actually good wit cards, because they just decide not to show up at the same time, then, and I'm not even getting, and as you could see, I just got one singular double rainbow with training through this whole run, which is not an unusual occurrence, by the way. Even if I would be to play a stamina card to have bigger stamina for the Spring Tenno and have a better chance of winning, and maybe even getting Garner recovery from Super Creek, because I have Super Creek at LB3, so she could be usable in this run. Then how could I even cap with only 2 wit cards, right? Anyways, this, yeah, I'm just gonna go with speed because I need the energy. Yeah. And we are buying the Royal Kale Juice. And the plain cupcake, probably. No, actually, I have a cupcake, so I don't need to buy the cupcake. Okay. And we also have a rich hand cream and a miracle cure, so we are all set. Yeah, we don't have any good trainings right now, so let's just go with the Elizabeth. Ooh, nice. Well, the game seems that it wants us to cap power, which we are going to do pretty easily, I think. And I am going to use this. Oh, it's the power manual also, okay. And of course, no good trainings to speak of. Okay, let's just go with the Japan Cup and get this over with. Okay, I would need 3 absolutely goated speed trainings in the last 3 rounds for this run to actually be worth something. Otherwise, nah. Yeah, wit. Okay, this is actually kind of good because I can use the very sweet cupcake and get our mood up to great. The shop gave us a power manual, thank you very much. And other than that, well, like, I have so much money that, like, it doesn't really matter, but like I can buy a power ankle weight just for the shits and giggles, I mean. And now we can safely do the speed training. This would have been fantastic, by the way. Absolutely fantastic, but like, we need a Rimakinen. Yeah, the shop didn't really... Yeah, the shop is still the same, so let's just go with the Arima. And hope for some good items, preferably like 5 speed scrolls. Oh, we got some scrolls at least. Power guts. Okay. Okay, let's look at the shop. So what did we get? A speed manual, a wit manual, we do not need these. And I definitely do not need another good luck charm. So yeah. So after using our shop, this is what our stat line looks like. It is absolutely abysmal, and I do not like it. So yeah, but we do need a speed training. So come on, Kita, and come on, Windy. Please do me a solid here. Well, Windy did me a solid, so, well, thank you, Windy-chan. Okay, plus 70, that's 1,000, and that's 1,020 speed points. That would mean that we, in the next 2 turns, we would need to get 180 speed points. That means 2 trainings that are worth at least 80 points. Or not, actually, sorry, my bad, at least 90 points. Yeah, you can guess what the chance is of that happening. Yeah. At this point, I'm not really bothered too much about it because, like, at least we are getting, we are capping power, so we have a chance at getting a Mihono Bourbon parent, maybe a little bit. So I am going to use the next power of the Empowering Megaphone, and I am going to use the Power Ankle just to get that a little bit, just to get a little bit more stamina. And oh, we actually got a decent speed training for the end, which is very nice of them, but sorry to say that it came too late. Just 100 points, or a little bit under 100 points to cap, so that really sucks. But hey, that's the game. That's why we play it over and over again. Let's pump some iron. Not taking that, definitely. Well, still, I am not even going to use her, so definitely I'm gonna use her. So we are just taking firm conditions, sunny days, for her to make her at least like seem nice. Yeah, all I've got. Sure, Radiant, definitely Radiant Star. I am. Yeah, sure, why not? Not eager. Frontrunner Savage, definitely taking that. I am taking Frontrunner Corners and Frontrunner Straightaways. I am taking Medium Straightaways. Stat Fast, sure. Killer Tunes, nah, actually not Killer Tunes. I don't need that. I need Escape Artist though. I need an Early Elite and I need Concentration. Oh, actually, I did not take a professor. 1 second. Yeah, so scratch that, scratch that. Okay, so professor, concentration, escape artist, definitely. I'm also taking Radiant Star. And now we can work. So let's take the greens first and foremost. So sunny days, firm conditions, and frontrunner savvy. Then we are taking all I've got. Groundwork. I am toward the front. That's not in the lead, but toward the front. I am gonna take frontrunner corners and frontrunner straightaways. I am gonna take. Do we have home stretch haste? Early lead? Nah, early lead definitely. We don't have a home stretch haste available right now. I am gonna take medium straightaways. And what else? What else? What else? Now I'm gonna take stat fast. Yeah, and that's about it. I know it's not the most efficient use of my skill points, but what you gonna do? And with that, we get maybe an S+, maybe. Yeah, S+. So yeah, I think I have accomplished pretty well what I came to do here. I came to show you guys how it looks when you get a really mid-run with your Uma. And this is like the 90% for all the people who play Umamusume. This is 90% of the content easily, because to get a really goated run, you need to have some luck. Of course, skill plays into it. Of course, deck building plays into it really heavily. But even with a goated deck, it's not easy having a really good run. Because the game is 100% RNG based. Or like, at least the career modes are 100% RNG based. So never forget that you are not the only one who has these kinds of issues. That's the message that I wanted to convey here. And if you guys liked the video, please consider subscribing and like and comment under the video. What is your experience with Umamusume? How do your runs go? Do you also have these kinds of issues? Because it is important for us as a community to come together and share these thoughts. So yeah, that's it from me, and I am going to put out more videos like this for different characters in the future, but for now, thank you very much for holding out until now. It has been a long video, and I wish you a pleasant day and have a good one. Peace.